And welcome back. Bruce Porter joins us now for this week's Dollars and Cents segment. Always good to see you.
Good to be here.
Yeah.
Are you ready for today's topic?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. I was injured at work, cannot return to full-time employment for possibly 3 to 6 months. Can I make a withdrawal from my IRA to help pay for my medical bills and supplement my income while I'm out?
Good question.
That's a really good question. So the answer is sure. You're just going to pay penalties and taxes, but you can. So that's the answer. Now, I think the depth of the question is, can I make a withdrawal without penalties?
Yeah, I think that's actually what they want to know.
Or even without, he's wanting to know if he can access that money. Now, if you've got a traditional IRA or if you have a company-sponsored plan, they do allow, there's 6 ways that you can make a withdrawal and avoid the 10% IRS penalty. It's always taxable. So any withdrawal that you make. Now, some company-sponsored plans will allow you to make a loan. So you can borrow against your company-sponsored plan. That might be your best alternative. To draw out money out of an IRA or a company plan because you're disabled, sounds like you ought to be able to, but by definition, and there's very strict rules that go along with disability, the disability must be permanent, a permanent disability. So they total and permanent, I think.
It doesn't sound like this guy's or gal's
So no,
issue.
I mean, if he broke his leg and he's going to be out 3 or 4 or 5 months and then back to work, then, you know, you could probably, his answer would be you can make a loan against it, which you have to pay back, or to replenish your retirement account, you would need to pay it back at some point.
And you'd pay interest on that, but less than the penalty, is what you're saying.
That's right. So that would probably be my advice to him. The only other way to get money out is you have to die. Then they're going to waive the penalty, so the IRS is not going to charge you if you die. They call them 72T payments, substantially equal periodic payments, but he doesn't need to worry about doing something like that because you're locked in until you're 59 and a half or a 5-year minimum. So you wouldn't want to do that. If he's in the reserves and he's actively called to duty for more than 179 days, maybe. But all the different rules that go along with these things have very specific definitions that have to be met.
Now, if you're taking a loan, if you're borrowing against it and you pay it back with interest. Well, you're paying yourself back.
Right.
So it's not like you're losing. Now that interest money, where does that go? Does that go into the account?
Back into the account, but that's what they charge you to borrow your money. So, you know, you're going to have some gains maybe off the account, plus you're going to be paying interest on the money that you borrow. So, you know, in a pinch, that might be the best option for him. If you've got a savings account, you'd be better off to draw it out of your savings. I never recommend running up credit card debt. That's probably what a lot of people would do, is they'll pay their bills with a credit card. Not a good idea, because in 3 to 6 months you get back to work. Now you're going to have a lot of debt to contend with.
You're just exchanging one debt for another.
Yeah, you don't ever want to do that unless you can pay it off.
You know, if depending on who he has handle his taxes or somebody he might trust, his financial person, go consult with them. They'll give you some ideas. And if nothing else, you can sit there at their office and you can make some phone calls and try to find out what are my options.
Talk to an expert.
Don't go it alone. All right.
Absolutely. That's what I'd recommend you do.
Good stuff. Okay, if you have a financial question for Bruce, visit his website, resourcecenterinc.com, for more information, or email him at bporter@color10.com. Thanks so much.
See you next week.
Good advice for sure. All right, up next, it's time for our Legal Eagle. Will Worsham, he's going to talk about estate planning, car titling, making sure all your belongings go to the right person.
Yeah, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.